Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I will be working on an original character swap collab with my dear friend Chrissy, also known as Tirameowsu here on YouTube. If you guys aren't familiar with her, I highly recommend that you guys go check her out. She is an amazing artist and a wonderful friend, and she has such a sweet personality. I will also put links to her social media down below in the description, so go check her out and go support her, send her all the love because she definitely deserves it. So at the beginning of this video, you probably noticed that I have some brand new alcohol markers. So I recently bought the Ohhoo 120 brush marker set that just launched at the beginning of March. And they were actually running a promo where if you buy this 120 set, you also get their brand new marker sketch pad for free. I already have the Ohhoo 48 marker set and I have loved these markers. I think they are really great alternative to Copics, and so I knew that they were expanding this collection sometime in the future and I would most likely buy it, and it was just a matter of when. And so when they announced that they were doing this promotion where you get a free marker sketch pad if you were to buy their 120 marker set, I figured, well, now's a good time to buy it because then I get a brand new sketchbook in addition. So it's a win-win situation. And so this was actually the very first piece that I got to try out these markers, and they continue to perform very wonderfully and I continue to be very impressed with them. So hopefully in the future I will be able to give a very thorough review of these markers, especially because I've been using them for almost a year now. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But anyways, going back to the main focus of this video. So again, I am doing an original character swap with Chrissy, and this was loosely based off of a OC meme that's been going around on Twitter for a while now. And basically on Twitter, the person kind of posts this OC meme photo, kind of asking their followers to help them create a brand new original character. And so the first person to comment on this post would get to choose the color scheme, the second person gets to choose the clothing, the third person gets to choose the name, and so forth. And then based on the information from the followers, the person creates a brand new character using that information. And so for me and Chrissy, we decided to do something similar. So we created a template of different traits and characteristics that we wanted in this character, and then we gave that to the other person, and the other person would create an original character based off of that, and then kind of gift it to the other person. And so at the time that I am recording this, I do not know what kind of character Chrissy is creating for me, and I am super excited about it, and I will find out at the same time that you guys do when she uploads her video. So for the template that we sent to each other, it included the species, the color scheme of the character, the clothes, the name, the hair, the gender, the personality, and then a random fact. And so both of us filled this out and then gave it to the other person to create the character. So for Chrissy, she had wanted a humanoid character with a color scheme that was predominantly black and or red, and then possibly gold or silver as an accent color. She didn't have anything for clothes or a name, and so she let me decide on that. For the hair, she wanted a character with short or medium length hair, mainly red or black, male gender, and then for personality, she wanted a moody, aggressive, and overall just a mean character, since she felt like all of her current OCs were very bubbly, bright, cheerful characters, and so she wanted something a little bit different from that. And then for the random fact, she told me to just pick an obscure hobby or a quirky trait for this character. And so that was the information that I had to work off of. And honestly, when I first read it, like when I saw that she wanted predominantly red or black, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to create this Dracula vampire type character. And overall, I feel like the description that she had given me was totally right up my alley. So the funny thing about me and Chrissy is that we have a lot of opposite interests, I guess, or things that we like that are just opposite of each other. And so Chrissy has a lot of bubbly, cheerful, bright colored characters, and they're mostly female. And then my characters are mostly male, and they're more like angsty, moody characters. And so I feel like both of us sent a template to each other that kind of played off of the other person's strengths in terms of the kinds of OCs that they were used to creating. And so overall, I had a lot of fun because when I saw this description, I was like, oh, this is something I'm going to be good at, because I've created a lot of characters that are loosely kind of in this range. So I was super excited. And while it is very important to create a wide variety of characters with different personalities and whatnot, I feel like because this was going to be an OC that I was giving away to someone, I wanted to pick something that I was good at. And so I was actually really happy with the description that Chrissy gave me, because I felt very confident in the character that I would be able to create for her, that this would be a character that was kind of representative of kind of my art style and the OC style that I tend to have, as well as something that I could be very proud of. At the same time, I feel like this also made it a bit difficult, because as I was creating this character, I was like, oh my gosh, I love him so much, and he's so good looking, and he's hot, and I'm sad that he's not going to be mine. But at the same time, I'm just happy that he's going to a good home, and so I really hope that Chrissy really likes this character, especially because I feel like I put a lot into this character, and I just am so happy with the way that he turned out. So going through the details of the template, so in terms of species, like I had mentioned, this character is kind of a Dracula vampire type character. I originally imagined him having two forms, just like how Dracula has two forms, where he's got his Dracula vampire form and then a bat form. And so I drew this character with bat wings, but I think it'll be up to Chrissy to determine whether or not she wants to come up with an alternative form for this character, if he can turn into a bat or whatnot, or if he's able to walk around with these bat wings. So it was just kind of a motif at this point. For the color scheme, again, the black and the red predominance, and then in terms of choosing gold or silver as an accent color, so I personally really like silver over gold, but when I had mapped out this character, I figured that he actually looks a lot better with the gold, because I feel like with the black and the silver, those two are very similar, and so I decided to go with gold instead, and I got to use my gold pen, which was a lot of fun. In terms of the clothes, I decided to just go with a kind of like this sleek suit type outfit. I feel like it fits him very well, especially because of his kind of slick back hair, and so he's just very well groomed and just overall good looking character, so I found his clothes to be quite fitting. For the name, so usually when I'm creating a character, I don't come up with a name until the very end, after I know what this character looks like, and then I'll just have a name based on whatever comes to mind. And so unfortunately with this character, I came up with two names, and so since this will be Chrissy's character, I will let her decide, but I was torn between Zio and Victor with a K. And I just feel like both names would be very suiting, and I would be happy with either name that Chrissy picks out for him. For the hair, I feel like this can go as both short or medium length, and so there's really no issues with that. Again, Chrissy wanted mainly red or black for the hair color, and even though that's only two colors, I honestly struggled with the hair color scheme. I was torn between three different designs, and basically at the end I just settled for the red and black one to just kind of match with the rest of his design. But again, it's up to Chrissy, and so I'll let her choose one of the three hair designs, and then that will be the final design for this character. And then for the gender, Chrissy made that one very easy, so this is a cis male character. For personality, I feel like I did a good job of trying to portray this moody, aggressive, mean character. I personally think he looks pretty badass and a pretty mean mother effer, so I'm overall very satisfied, and I hope that Chrissy will feel the same as well. And then in terms of random fact, so an obscure hobby or a quirky trait. So I have a habit of creating characters with paradoxical traits or conflicting traits. And so for example, with Denzel, my siren character, even though he's a siren and he's supposed to be very charming, I've come up with this trait for him that he has chronic RBF and he is not the most charming person to hang out with. And so for this character, I was thinking, well, he's a Dracula vampire type character, and usually in stories you learn about how, oh, if you have garlic, like that's really good for warding off vampires and whatnot because they hate garlic and it'll kill them and whatnot. But for this character, I was like, let's just do something different and say that he loves garlic. And so for this character, I have this headcanon that he just loves garlic. He'll put garlic on anything possible. He thinks it's the best seasoning ever. He loves garlic bread. He loves using garlic salt when he's cooking and will put garlic on anything. So that's his quirky trait. In terms of obscure hobby, I feel like even though this is supposed to be a really moody, aggressive, mean character, I kind of want to add a soft side to him, and so I'm going to say that his obscure hobby is that he just loves flowers and just being able to garden and basically just grow these beautiful, vibrantly colorful flowers. So I'm sorry, Chrissy, if that's not something you wanted in this character. Feel free to change that about him. But anyways, overall, I had a blast creating this character, and I really hope that Chrissy loves him as much as I do. And overall, I'm just super happy with the way things turned out. And that brings us to the end of the video. So hopefully you guys like this content. Again, if this is something that you enjoy watching, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one.